Why your cat stares at you for so long, the science behind it. Have you ever caught your cat staring at you, not blinking, not moving, just watching? Sometimes it feels cute, sometimes it feels a little creepy, but what if that stare actually means something important? According to animal behavior research, cats don't stare randomly. In fact, that silent gaze might be one of the most complex ways your cat communicates with you. And depending on how your cat stares, they could be showing trust, curiosity, affection, or even sending you a warning. Let's break down what your cat might really be trying to say. 1. Your cat is studying you. Cats are incredibly observant animals. Even though they often seem relaxed or sleepy, their brains are constantly analyzing their surroundings. Researchers studying domestic cats found that cats quickly learn patterns in human behavior. They observe things like when you wake up, when you feed them, when you leave the house, and when you usually play with them. So when your cat sits quietly and stares at you, they may actually be studying your behavior. They're trying to predict what you'll do next. Are you about to grab the food bowl? Are you heading toward the door? Are you about to sit down, which means lap time? To your cat, watching you closely helps them understand their world. 2. Staring can be a sign of trust. In the wild, direct eye contact between animals can be dangerous. For many species, staring directly at another animal is a challenge or a threat. But domestic cats behave differently with the humans they trust. When your cat calmly stares at you without tension in their body, it can actually mean they feel safe around you. One of the biggest signs of this trust is something called the slow blink. If your cat looks at you and slowly closes their eyes, then opens them again, that's often called the cat kiss. Studies on cat-human interaction suggest that slow blinking is a way cats signal friendliness and relaxation. So if your cat stares at you and then slowly blinks, they may actually be saying, "I trust you." 3. Your cat might want something. Sometimes the reason is much simpler. Your cat might just want something from you. Cats quickly learn that staring at their owners gets attention. So if your cat sits in front of you and stares intensely, it might mean they're hungry, they want to play, they want affection, or they want you to open a door. Many cat owners notice their cats staring at them right before feeding time. That's not a coincidence. Cats are extremely good at learning schedules, and when that time gets close, your cat may stare at you as if to remind you, "Hey, I think you forgot something." 4. Hunting instinct still exists. Even the most pampered house cat still has the instincts of a predator. Cats are natural hunters, and hunting requires intense focus. Before pouncing on prey, cats often freeze and stare. This behavior helps them track movement and calculate the perfect moment to strike. So when your cat stares at you while you're moving around the room, part of that behavior may come from their ancient hunting instincts. They're not planning to attack you, of course, but their brain is wired to pay close attention to movement. That focused stare is something cats have been doing for thousands of years. 5. Cats can recognize their owners. For a long time, people believed cats were less socially aware than dogs. But newer studies suggest that cats actually recognize their owners in several different ways. They can identify your voice, your scent, your daily routines, and possibly even your face. Research in animal cognition has shown that cats respond differently to their owner's voice compared to strangers. So when your cat stares at you across the room, they may simply be recognizing and observing the person they're most familiar with. In other words, they're watching someone important to them. 6. Your cat might be reading your emotions. Cats are surprisingly sensitive to human emotions. Studies show that cats can pick up on subtle changes in body language, tone of voice, and even scent. When humans feel stressed, the body releases hormones like cortisol. Even if you don't notice these changes, animals sometimes can. That's why many cat owners notice their cats becoming more affectionate when they're feeling sad, anxious, or sick. Your cat may stare at you longer during those moments because they're trying to understand what's happening. They may not fully understand human emotions, but they can sense that something is different. 7. Sometimes a stare is a warning. Not every stare is friendly. In some situations, a cat staring intensely can be a warning signal. If your cat's body looks tense, their pupils are very wide, or their ears are pulled back, then that stare may mean your cat feels threatened or uncomfortable. In the animal world, a long, unbroken stare can signal aggression. So if you notice those signs, it's best to give your cat some space. Most of the time though, a relaxed cat staring at you is not a problem at all. It's simply part of how they communicate. Ending. So the next time your cat sits across the room and stares at you, don't assume it's random. That quiet gaze could mean many different things. They might be studying your behavior, asking for attention, responding to instinct, or simply showing that they trust you enough to watch you without fear. Cats don't communicate with words, but if you pay attention to their behavior, they might be telling you more than you realize. And sometimes that silent stare is just their way of saying, I'm watching you because you matter to me. If this video provided a bit of knowledge, then don't forget to subscribe.